So here is my load. It is 2 forklifts, a fan, a table saw, air compressor, that's the second forklift, and whatever this is. So when I booked this load, they told me that it was just 2 forklifts. So I was like, yeah, cool, I'll take 2 forklifts. I get there, they was like, oh, you gotta add this. It's like, what is that? What's the part of the deal? So I called a broker and they was like, oh yeah, they just told me about the table saw, the air compressor, the fan, and the press, whatever that is. Like, dude, you never told me about all this other stuff. And honestly, I don't even think this stuff, like this table saw, I don't even think that's supposed to be on a flatbed. That's so shady right there. But I picked it up in Kansas City. It's going across the border to New Mexico. And I just want to say, these brokers, they lie. Because if I would have known all this stuff, I don't think I would have booked this load. And then this thing is 20,000 pounds by itself. And I was like, why you put it on the back? Why you didn't put it in the front? Like, all this weight just on the back. All this other stuff is super light. Then I got this big heavy press on the back. And none of this stuff have tie down. So for the press, I put 2 chains on the bottom to wrap around the leg. 1 chain going on the top to pull it to the trailer. And then I also had 2 straps on the top wrapped around it so it wouldn't rock back and forth. For the forklift, no tie downs. So I just hooked the hook to the forklift, brought it back to the trailer, and I did that on each side with a binder on each side. And then I just wrapped a chain around the back part of it and then brought it back to the trailer. That way on this side, because look, it had no tie down point, so I didn't know what to do with this stuff. And this air compressor, it's kind of heavy, but it's not less than 1,000 pounds, probably a couple hundred pounds. But I still put 4 straps. So what's that, 2,000, working weight limit, 2,000 pounds. Each strap can hold up to 5,000 pounds, I think it is. Yeah, 5,400 pounds. But there's no tie down for this air compressor. So I put 2 straps on the top and then 2 straps on the back. Try to keep it from going back and forth. The table saw, I don't even want to talk about that because that was so frustrating. Like, when you pull the strap, the whole thing just moves. Like, you see it tilting to the side. It just, that was shady. I had 2 straps, 1 strap right there on this fan, and it's also sitting on top of the forks. Also had a strap on top of that fork too, but yeah. And then once again on this forklift, I hooked it straight to the fork and pulled it back, and then I just wrapped it around the back. And I was hoping and praying this stuff didn't move, because this is the first load I've ever taken with no tie down points. And I just had to make them up. So if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But hey, like I said, I picked it up in Kansas City and it's going right across the border into Mexico. Into Mexico, not New Mexico. So I made it. And honestly, it's all that matters. But I think I should have got some more money. Because if you told me 2 forklifts and then you add all this extra stuff. Look, it's hard out here. It's really hard. And these people are lying to us. But it is what it is.